Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel for another Mounjaro weight loss update. This is the update for week 1 on the 7.5 milligram dosage. I have a lot to talk about. A lot is different this week. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay guys, so I have here my first 7.5 milligram Mounjaro injection. I'm a little bit nervous about this one, I guess, because of how the 5 milligram made me feel the first time I took it. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. It's been sitting out for probably about 10 minutes. I like to let it sit for at least that long, just so that it doesn't hurt more because it's cold. So, okay, gonna go ahead and do it. Okay, we are on the right leg today. There we go. Okay, I'll let you guys know how I'm feeling tomorrow, I guess. It's Monday. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like the fourth full day of the 7.5 milligram shot. And I meant to update you sooner, but I really just wanted to get a grasp on how I was feeling and make sure that that's really what it was. I am feeling way different than how I've felt on any other dosage. And so I'm actually feeling anxious. You know that feeling when you need to do something, but you don't know what it is, or you're just going to explode? That's the kind of feeling I'm having. I've not had this feeling in a very long time, since I take anti-anxiety medicine. So since that, it's just a whole thing. But, yeah, I'm feeling a little weird. I'm a little bit better today. Friday was really bad. It's sort of gotten better every day, but the Reddit thread, the Mounjaro subreddit that I mentioned in my last video, literally someone posted last night about it. I will try to remember to link that thread below, or that comment, because apparently I'm not alone. So just thought I'd throw that in there. I will see you guys when I have something else to say. Oh, also, I've been pretty non-hungry. So I guess that's the point. But anyway, okay, I'll see you guys probably Wednesday when I just do my whole update, and I'll let you guys know sort of a recap of how the whole week went, like I always do. But I am feeling anxious. Just thought I'd throw that in there. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So I took the 7.5 milligram dose on Thursday. It's actually Thursday today when I'm filming this, Thursday when you guys are seeing it. So I will actually be doing my second 7.5 milligram dosage tonight. So it's been a full week since I took the 7.5 milligram, and wowza. If I thought that the 5 milligram transition was bad, I had no idea what I was talking about. So I took the dose Thursday night, and I honestly felt relatively fine for the first, I would say, 24 hours. I didn't have trouble sleeping that first night, and I didn't have the headache that I had at other times. On the 5 milligram, I felt pretty good for the first 24 hours. However, come the end of Friday evening, I would say, I have a dog in my lap, I started to feel anxious. And I did mention that to you guys in the footage that you saw in the beginning of this video, that I was feeling slightly anxious and just sort of like the feeling you have when something's boiling up and something's going to happen, and you know that there's something that you have to get done, but you can't figure out what it is. That sort of boiling over feeling, if you know what I'm talking about, is how I felt. And I felt that way for several days, and it was pretty unbearable. To the point where I decided that maybe the stimulant in the phentermine wasn't a good idea, and I stopped taking it, and I didn't take it for 4 days because I just felt like it was causing me more harm than good. And that did help a little bit removing the phentermine from it, but I was just very jittery and anxious, and I couldn't figure out why. And on the third night of this, I actually had a Reddit thread pop up on my email that was literally the same thing, that somebody had switched to the 7.5 milligram and they had the same exact response to it, the same symptoms. And then within that thread, so many people were commenting. Some people were saying that they even had to go get on antidepressant medications because Mounjaro has just affected them to the point where they don't care about anything. And it kind of makes sense if it's turning off your desire and your thoughts about food. What else can it turn off? So once I started reading that thread, it really made sense to me, like, oh, maybe Mounjaro does have the possibility to affect your mental state, be it anxiety or depression, in a way that I didn't realize. And so I ended up shooting a message out to my doctor, and he said that he has heard it a little bit, but that since I haven't had it up until this point, it could just be my body adjusting to the new dosage, and I should give it a week or two to see if it calms down. And I do already take an anti-anxiety medicine. You guys know I try to be completely honest with you. I've been on it for years and years due to childhood things. And he said, just, make sure I'm taking it, that sort of thing. So I have felt significantly better over the past, I would say, 2 days. I haven't had as much anxiety, and I've been thankful for that. So hopefully it was just the adjustment. Now, there's another new symptom that I had this week that I wanted to touch on. I have pretty much told you guys the entire time I've been on Mounjaro that I have been constipated, that I have had trouble going to the bathroom. This week, the freaking floodgates opened, and I literally mean floodgates. I have been struggling with diarrhea, so the complete opposite of constipation, for this entire week, to the point where one night I got up several times throughout the night and had to use the bathroom. It has been very, very strange to suddenly, to have such a 180 in how I felt in that area. So I've stopped taking the Colace because obviously I don't feel like I need it right now. And I'm struggling with that a little bit. I did watch a video, I think it was Chrissy's, where she was talking about that as well, where she switched one dose. I want to say that it was 7.5, I'm not really sure, but she switched to a new dosage and she had the same type of thing. The floodgates just sort of opened, and that makes me feel better that I'm not alone, that okay, I guess maybe this is just a thing that happens. So those are the two main new symptoms that I had this week that I feel like are new because I have not experienced them at all this entire journey. They were a little disheartening, I will say. I told my sister on the phone yesterday that if I felt like this next week, I'm not sure I'm going to keep going because it was that bad. I don't sugarcoat things. It was bad. Now there's a dog on the table. She's on the chairs. You see her head? This is my life. So with that being said, I also have had some differences in my eating habits this week. So the several days that I had the very bad issues with going to the bathroom, I just did not eat much. I didn't feel like it. I would try, and then I would immediately have to go to the bathroom. So I struggled with that. And then I felt like as soon as that was over, my body was like, oh my gosh. And it was really hungry. So the past 2 days, I would say, I've actually been hungry. Yesterday at lunchtime, my stomach growled. My stomach has not growled since early November when I started this process. So I'm not sure if it was because my body was just so depleted from having all of the diarrhea, or if it's because I didn't take my phentermine, or if it's both. It probably is both, but that is something that I experienced as well. I was, however, able to control it, which I think is very important to mention. I did not have to, or I didn't overeat, or I didn't binge. I made my normal low carb tortilla chicken quesadilla thing in the air fryer and ate that for lunch, and that was enough. and I was fine until dinner. But I did want to mention that my stomach actually growled because I thought it was like, I was sitting upstairs with my daughter, we were playing, and I was like, I guess it's time for lunch. I'm actually hungry for once. And you know, it was so strange to actually be hungry. It was the weirdest thing. Okay, so with all that being said, I did have a loss this week. It wasn't a like huge loss, which I had the first when I switched to 5. And actually I was expecting a bigger loss just due to the fact that I had diarrhea all week. But I think my body also might have been dehydrated and therefore trying to hold on to like fluids and stuff, which happens when you get dehydrated, blah, blah, blah. So this week, since I weighed in last week, I have lost 2.2. Yes, 2.2 pounds, which brings my total to 30 pounds. Yeah, 30.2 pounds, which is amazing. I just realized that. So I have officially lost 30 pounds since I started my Mounjaro journey, which is great. And I guess that's my update for today. This dog, oh my gosh, I just took her on a walk. I don't know why she is so, I guess she's just hyped up from her walk. And she's just going crazy. So thank you guys so much for watching Piper this video. I will see you guys next week. Hopefully I have better to report about the 7.5 and that I'm feeling better on it. Fingers crossed for a better week for me. Hopefully some of you that have been not able to find your Mounjaro are able to. My sister actually had to wait several days before they found it for her. And hopefully you all are doing well on your journeys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week. Have a great day, guys. Bye.